So I'm on my way to Ubud from the beautiful beach of Melasti with the Kawasaki Versys 250 Tourer. An opportunity to make a longer test ride on that bike, because the first time I did a video on it, it was a bit short. It was only a 30-minute ride, so I was finding that it was not enough to talk about that bike. For sure, the first impression that I had last time with the absence of torque and power is confirmed. It's confirmed, but since I'm riding that bike since yesterday, I start to appreciate it. And what I start to appreciate about that bike is not the capacity of having a lot of torque at low RPM, but it's much more the comfort for touring. And I will say that so far she's very comfortable to ride. I just have to adapt my riding style to this twin cylinder. Yeah, I have to adapt to that clutch system, the slipper clutch, which make the feeling you have on the clutch a bit different from the other bikes. It's a bit disturbing at the beginning when you use it, but for a touring use, she's very smooth. And I can feel there is some torque because I'm in 4th gear, and when I put the gas, she's responding. Ya. Di Melasti, masih di Melasti. Masih di pantai Melasti.
Oh, masih di pantai Melasti.
Ya.
Di mananya?
Di turun terus naik lagi. Mereka pakai drone sekarang.
Oh, saya nyari dia dari tadi.
Oh, gitu.
Kira ikut sama omnya.
Oh. Kayaknya sekarang saya ke Ubud.
Oh, ya. Thanks.
So the max speed of the Versys is the same approximately like the F250 Rally. It's 140 km per hour. I mean 135, 140. Not really comfortable because she's shaking really at this speed, but she can do it. One thing that I find interesting as well is that you really feel the heat on your feet. There is not too much wind coming on your feet, but the heat of the engine is getting to it. So it's weird. Your feet get hot about the level of your ankle. It's a good bike for Indonesia because anyway, max speed 140 km per hour, way enough, because it's very difficult to get those speed in here. You saw the condition of the road. So to in order to make some touring and to be peaceful on the road, I think it's a good choice. So far she's comfortable. I've been riding it since this morning for today's session, even if the seat is a bit firm, but the suspension are good. I wonder if the fact that she wiggle on the toll road at high speed, maybe it's because of the box, the side box. So in that case, the idea that I had to just put a top box will be the best. So yeah, it's a different way of riding it. To get power out of it, you have to get very high in RPM. But as soon as you want to cruise, she's okay. So I'm leaving Ubud. I'm happily surprised by the reaction on the long test ride. These Versys prove some quality to make a long run. So for sure this engine is not as responsive as a monocylinder like the CRF 250 Rally from Honda. But as soon as you understand how the engine is going into the RPM and how the machine revs, you can enjoy the ride. And my conclusion will be that it's a great tourer, which is it's a great adventure bike for doing touring. But for sure, I will not feel really comfortable to take it off-road. Especially about what I say about what you feel on the clutch. The clutch feeling is a bit disturbing. So this is the center of Ubud. Consumption wise, we can see that it indicates 24.7 kilometers per liter, which is quite a lot actually. I found a place to put my phone as a GPS, and as I said, you have the power outlet in here in the previous review that will allow you to charge it when you are riding. She's much more interesting than what I was thinking from the first impression. Especially riding it in a longer run like that, I think I could live with a bike like that. One big flaw of that bike, I will say, is that the seat could be more comfortable, and the problem of the heat on your legs and feet. The clutch also, the imprecision on the clutch. But otherwise, great quality, suspension. Braking system was quite impressive. Chassis also is impressive. And the engine, you just need to get used to it. After a while, you understand how the machine respond, and then it becomes enjoyable again. Because it's weird that the heat, you just get it on your butt and on your legs, and your feet, they don't get any ventilation. And definitely I will take off those things because I need the airflow on my gloves. My hands are sweating because it's so hot. Protection also of the windshield is quite okay, but then I will have to reconsider another helmet because this one is definitely too hot because no air go to the vent in the front of the mouth. And so I will have maybe to consider like a Nolan Air, like the one I had before, so with more ventilation. Basically you have to ride it like a ninja. Like a sportive bike, you have to rev it up, and then as soon as you're out of the traffic you can slow down. It's funny, if I just go down a little, I don't have any more flow on my helmet. So I'm a bit too tall for the windshield, but I'm sure we can find taller windshield for that bike. But it's true that the riding position after I've been how long on that bike now, since I left Ubud, 1 hour. Every hour your ass is just killing you. I don't know what they should do for that bike. Really changing the seat. Oh, you really have to stand up sometime. I mean, it's Jesus, my ass is killing me. My butt is hurting, my butt is hurting. Let's do that. That's an adventure. For an adventure bike. My feet are burning! Oh! Because being a motovlogger and a father, we have responsibilities. And I cannot believe it doesn't fit. So we have a box, I cannot even put the Pampers inside. Buridan Motor buys Pampers for his son in Balonggu. Balonggu, a wide choice of accessories for babies. So it's been a long day. After spending 5 hours on it today, my conclusion about that bike is that it's a great touring bike and a great adventure touring bike. There is some flaws on that bike. The seats actually look comfortable, but when you use it for long ride, it's a bit too hard, and it needs some modification because the seat is really too hard. The heat also that you feel on your leg is very annoying. All the heat that go on your boots and on your legs, because there is no airflow on your legs. That was also annoying me because as it's very hot in here. I mean, I understand that in Europe it will be a great advantage in winter or in the States, but in here in Indonesia, with the temperature very hot, it doesn't help at all. So yeah, the heat problem is something. I guess it's because you have some cover on the engine and some protection, and it direct the hot air flow on your legs. Maybe that's the problem. So this is the version Tourer Versys 250 Tourer. So you have the ABS, you have the front fog lamp, you have the crash bar, you have the pannier, you have the USB plug. So all those features are nice, but honestly, I will not use the pannier. I mean the original pannier on that bike. I guess I will change the lamp. So basically, my thought about that bike is to take the standard version, the CT version, that doesn't come with the protection, the crash bar, the fog lamp, and the pannier and the USB, and actually transform and the standard, the central standard, central stand of the bike. So basically, would be to take the CT version of it and to buy the central stand aftermarket or through Kawasaki directly, install myself a crash bar, and install some LED lamp for the instead of the fog lamp. Install a USB port, but as I will not use the pannier, I will install my top case, my box on the top, and I think that could be a great bike for Bali. I've been maybe a bit difficult with her the first time I test ride it because I was disappointed about the torque and the power of the bike. Today it was completely different. Using that bike for much more longer, I found her actually quite powerful. But you have to rev it up like a sport bike, and then you can get some power out of it. And in a smooth way as well. So in that point, I will say that today I'm not so disappointed about the power. The power is there, but it's different. The CRF 250 Rally Honda was giving the power at 7,000, 8,000 RPM. This one is giving the maximum power over 10,000. Then 10,000, 11,000, and then it's very nice because you can really rev it up very long on the asphalt. Where my conclusion come to the off-road capability of that bike, I don't think she's a good off-road bike. She's okay for path. I mean, if you don't have asphalt, it's okay. On the ground, I mean, on the terrain that doesn't have asphalt, it's okay. Rocks or something like that. But the feeling that you get on the clutch also is a bit disappointing because you can feel that her playground is the asphalt. I will say 80% asphalt, 20% off-road or some trail like that. But if it becomes too complicated to adventure, she will not follow. And you will have a lot of difficulty to control with the clutch. Because the clutch is very smooth, but you have some some difficulty to find the taking point of the transmission, which is in a standing position and everything on the rock or on the off-road will be quite complicated to manage. Then if I take the CT version, there is no ABS, and then in that case, she will be interesting in off-road path, so I will be able to block the rear wheel. So I can say that today I really enjoyed it. The first time I didn't enjoy it, maybe because I was expecting too much of that bike. And today I can say that, well, I really consider it now. It changed my point of view on that bike. I really love the Honda CRF, but she's really a trail bike. I will say the CRF will be 80% off-road and 20% asphalt. That will be really the difference between the two bikes. Definitely I will recommend it. It's a fun bike to ride. As soon as you understand how she behaves, that's it. So, did I doyan it? Yes, I do. I doyan that bike. And I will consider it for my future bike. Let's see. So, like usual, like it if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, subscribe if you want to, and see you on another video.